Right, hi guys. I haven't done a personal video in a while, so I'm gonna do one because I haven't been to an event, and I'm actually pretty glad that I haven't because one, they were getting really repetitive, and two, the cost of the train was just, it was getting quite expensive, and not all of them pay my expenses for travel. So yeah, in a way, I'm kind of glad. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you about like mental health and anxiety. Anxiety, I can't say it properly. By the way, if this looks really oddly cut at one point, it's because the battery ran out. So fingers crossed we can get through this video like without it dying, but we'll see. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about mental health really, and I was gonna like kind of set this up on the stand thingy tripod, that's what it's called, there you go, and sit in front of it and talk and stuff in a more professional manner. But to be honest, I'm just having one of those like really like comfy days. Like I woke up feeling sick, and so I'm just in my bed all snug, and my hair's up because I don't want it in my face, and I probably look rough as hell, but oh well. But yeah, like the reason why I want to talk to you about it was about a month ago probably now, I found out I had anxiety. It's probably a bit longer than a month actually, but anywho. And I was a bit like, oh, because anxiety is one of those things where I think it's actually really hard to like know yourself if you've got it. Like I don't know, like I didn't go to the doctors about it until someone else told me, look, I think you've got anxiety. Because I thought it was me, and I just thought it was normal behaviour from me because, I think stuff, and I get into I don't know, this certain phase that I go through, I suppose, when I'm in busy places, and I just thought, oh, it's just me. I'm just being silly, stupid old Rachel. And it wasn't until I started walking to the doctors, and it's quite ironic really, because I was walking to the doctors to go for this appointment, and I felt more anxious. I felt more aware of my anxiety as I was walking to the doctors, because I walked past Asda because the doctor's kind of near the supermarket. So walking past Asda, and there's loads of people, and I was just thinking to myself, oh God, they probably think like are they all looking at me like, oh my God, I'm going to the doctors, or look what I'm wearing. I get very paranoid what people think. And I was hyperventilating maybe, I don't know. I was just like breathing really fast, and I was in that panicky mode. And it's very odd for me to like be diagnosed with anxiety because of the fact that I've always thought it was normal behaviour for me. And I was also diagnosed with depression, but that's something that I'm not surprised about, to be honest. But they can't put me on medication because of my epilepsy, but that's all for another story. But yeah, I've been put down for therapy, and I keep forgetting to fill in the form. Naughty Rachel. And I've really got to do that because I do think therapy will help a lot. I do think it will help a lot because I think there's things in my past that I've blocked out. I really do. Because I try and think really hard where it's come from, and I literally I can't think of it. I mean, there's a few things. I mean, me feeling out of place with my neighbours because they were all girly and I was more tomboyish, and maybe my family life because things are a bit rough at home, but I don't really want to talk about that obviously on camera. But I didn't. I think I didn't realise at the time how much it would affect me. And now I'm thinking back, thinking, oh yeah, that actually did affect me. Like for instance, I'm sure they didn't mean it in a bad way. It's just out of habit, I suppose. I'm going to the children's centre at the moment. To go to like a class thing, and it's not like like you're a bad parent class. I know that's what people assume, but it's nothing like that. It's literally, I was invited because I feel very isolated at the moment, to be quite honest, because I've been in this town for 2 years, but to be quite honest, the town is full of horrible people. The place itself is really lovely, but I'm finding it a really hard time trying to find nice, open-minded people, and you think that would be really simple, but it's not. And I have met a few nice people, so I'm not going to say everyone in this town's horrible, of course not. There's always those few nice people, but a lot of them are closed-minded, racist, homophobic and bullying. There's a lot of adults here that are still in the playground, let's just put it that way. But yeah, so I went there, and we were talking about how your childhood can affect the way you raise your children. And I've only just clocked on that when I was younger and I was doing math homework, my dad would get really annoyed with me if I got a question wrong. He would be like, why can you, like, he would literally be like, why can you not get that answer right? Are you really that stupid? Like he would be like down, like shouting at me, like, I cannot believe you're that stupid. How do you not understand that? Because it's so easy. But I couldn't figure it out because maths was not my forte. And I've realised now that even though David's only 2, if I do something with him, if he doesn't do it the right way, I get really annoyed. And that's wrong. That's very wrong, because it doesn't matter if he does it the right way or the wrong way, as long as he's having fun, and he will learn eventually that if he's colouring outside the lines, that he will, he can colour inside the lines. But if he doesn't want to, that's completely up to him. And sticking, like, basically when we do the sticker books, if he doesn't put the sticker in the right place, I kind of get a bit twitchy. But that's okay. That's okay for him to put it in the wrong place. But I've only just realised that that's what I've been doing, and that's so wrong. So yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff from childhood that maybe caused my anxiety. But the reason why I wanted to talk to you about this as well is because I saw Zoella's video this morning, and they're doing like the red button thing. And don't get me wrong, it's a really good idea, because you wear a red button basically, and then if someone sees that red button, they'll be like, oh, is that person having a panic attack, or is that person okay because they've got some sort of mental issue? But you know what kind of got to me a bit, and I started thinking, I was like, it's quite sad that we have become in a day and age where we have to wear something, pardon me, sorry, wear something, I'm such a lady, for people not to judge us, and for people to realise that not all illnesses are physical and are easier to spot. I mean, it's just, I don't know, like, in a way, obviously, it's good, because obviously to help people understand more, that's great. But I also find it very sad that as a human race, we've fallen so far that we judge people in an instant if they're not wearing a red button, that everything's a-okay. Am I making sense? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm making sense, probably not, but that's just how I feel. But yeah, I just feel like as a human race, we're kind of getting really more judgmental, and I don't like it. It's horrible. It's very horrible. But yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about my anxiety, and like, if you do have it, or you think that, well, you don't, I suppose in my experience I didn't know that I had it. So if you go into certain places and you panic in crowds, or you panic when you're on your own, then maybe pop down to the doctors and find out if everything's okay, because it's okay not to be okay. Sounds funny. But yeah, not everything's perfect. Life isn't perfect. So yeah, I mean obviously I found out through someone telling me, have you got, like, you might have social anxiety. So yeah, so just question yourself, like, am I okay in these situations? If not, look up, like, maybe ask on a form before you go to the doctors. And then if you find out you've got, things in common with people with anxiety, maybe pop down to the doctors, because it might help. Because doctors are always there to help and stuff. And I'm just babbling on, mate, not making any sense, I just realised. But yeah, this is a weird way to end the video, isn't it, really? But yeah.